What y'all thought of one of those weed songs? Every puff that I pop, she go herbs and leaves to eat. You know me, you know me. And it makes me higher, higher, baby. Can you feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it? Do you feel the same weed high that I am so high? We will make you feel that way. So right. Roll more, let's smoke. I got to get high. I've been high since the last song. Really makes you happy, don't it? A smoker's only reaper. Really makes you happy, don't it? Smoking Buddha. Come and get me smoking Buddha. Me rolling, then me pass the Huda to ya. And when they ask you, you can tell them crazy school just but first me gotta get with me friends. So wish you fight a girl, cause I'm gonna send all my ends on the Buddha. Come and get me, show me the blood I grin. If you don't wanna go ahead, forget, I'll put in the ends on the Buddha, Buddha. We're rolling, smoking, choking, pass it, token, hand it back to ya. That Buddha, to the Buddha. Now how high can you go?
The weed can't get no better. $20 all day, every day. Come around my way, he gon' want to stay. He makes me hungry, happy, and all I can say, sure, I need some more. Don't make me wait, stay awake, fake sleep. Got the weed between the sheets, catch me. Mary J. bless me.
Now how high can you go? Now how high can you go? Now how as soon as I arrive in LA, gotta hit my connections. I've been stressing on this airplane. This summer just thinking of crashing. Now what's that's gonna be relaxing, smoking, joking, rolling blunts.
I remember being a little thug, we really didn't know what it was. Then I took a puff and I realized I should always stay high. The weed makes me feel alright. If you feel like I feel, I got half on your dime. If you got weed smoking, I'm a real weed smoker. If it's mine, then I would. Since it's yours, you could, you should.
We won't spend no money. Them stacks gotta be lovely, or we ain't fucking with y'all. Don't give me that, me don't want that. Don't give me that one, no stress. No, me don't want that. Not in California, LA, I want that bomb.
If I ain't there when you blaze a blunt, nigga, please think of me. Cause you know a nigga love to get high, high and free. Smoking all night, feeling alright. Won't us get high, so high, all night, high.
It really makes me happy and it makes me sing. Every puff that I breathe, potent herbs and leaves to ease the world. I done been to the other side and I see London and Paris. Niggas get fucking bloody high. Let the vibe, Mary Jane's worldwide. So why is it such a crime? Hey, everybody should be getting high. So Mr. Weed Man, you know we looking for the trees with no seeds, man. Yeah, we got the trees, and we need to know if you can show me the nigga with the weed, man.
So I think it's time for us to have a toast. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes. Let's have a toast for the scumbags. Every one of them that I know.
Can we just smoke up time? Find a place to post up. Shot Tennessee in my cup. Hot boxing with the windows up. Do it, man.
For the next episode, hey, smoke weed every day.
As I make my way
him.
The fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Get your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
Oh, yeah. Let's get it going. Fantasy news today, Tuesday, September 27th. We got a bunch of people up in the chat. Shout out to all the peeps. What up?
What it do?
Let's go. And Noble wants to say what up to the people. Say what up, Noble.
Yeah. Young Noble.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of news that not too much news that we got to talk about. Shout out to Hoodie Sweat, first time chatter in Twitch. What up, bro? And we'll get to some questions here in a few.
Hey, Booty Sweat, where's that from? Tropic Thunder?
I don't know.
Oh, no, it said Hoodie Sweat. My bad.
Hoodie Sweat.
Remember Booty Sweat? Tropic Thunder?
I don't remember. Who was the Booty
Remember,
Sweat?
it was the black dude. It was the little black dude. Kind of reminds me of Kevin Hart, but he's not. But his character in the movie was like he was in the closet.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end, they're at their award show winning an award for that movie they shot. And then he's like with JC from NSYNC because now he's like out of the closet. He's all proud. But he came out with a song called Booty Sweat. And they're like, you don't think that like means you're gay, bro? He's like, nah, man, I love Booty Sweat.
Damn. And Triple X Lex said hurricane prep in South Florida. Yeah, damn. For me, hope all doing well. Yeah, hope everything is good down there, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's out there, man. Everybody be safe, man. You know what I'm saying? Fucking get it, man. You gotta head I don't know my geographical. Is it the south? Yeah, you gotta head north. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's another motherfucker just fucking shit up north too. In Toronto, it's just crazy, bro. I didn't even know you can have hurricanes up there. I mean, I guess anywhere you have water around it.
Yeah, it's getting wild. It's getting wild. And and White Moon said Florida strong. Hell yeah. Hope everything is good. Hope everyone's good out there. And here we go. And Steven Tyler says head uphill. Yeah. All right. We talked about some news earlier today on the Wake and Bake waiver wire. If you did not catch that show, you need to go back and watch it. We got the timestamps in there so you can just jump to whatever section you need to jump to. But check it out. It was a really dope show. It wasn't a long one, but really dope. Let's hop into the news. Let's start off with Sterling Shepard. I mean, not super fantasy relevant, but diagnosed with a torn ACL. He is done for the rest of the season and tore his Achilles last year. And yeah, not good luck for him. It was a non-contact.
Shout out to Hess. He had pointed something out that Sterling Shepard damn near had a season-ending injury every single one of his seasons. Isn't that crazy?
That's rough. That is rough. And Chase says RIP. You know what? Let's blow one out for Shepard.
And I'm gonna miss everybody. Oh, and I'm gonna miss everybody.
And Roger said he just needs to retire. I mean, it's looking more and more likely. You know, now Achilles 1 year, ACL the next year. It's
well, that's the thing about being Sterling. You're always second. Gold. Should have named him Gold Shepherd.
And Jake said, does this mean that Tony is going to be a thing hustler? No, I really don't think so. Like maybe, in a random game here or there, but I'll let someone else bank on that. Just like Kenny Golladay is not going to be a thing either. I saw this report that the Giants were willing to like take on pretty much like damn near all of his contract to be able to move him, and nobody wanted him.
Here's the thing. Tony, he's a danger to himself and others around him. He's 5150. And one thing about Tony is he really can't run any of the route tree, bro.
Yeah.
That guy, it's like he's pure backyard football. Just put the ball in my hands. I'll do the rest. It's all he got, bro. That's why he can't play on the team. You know what I mean? And David Gettleman drafted him in the first round. That was already a mistake. You know what I mean? And fuck Tony. Cut him.
Yeah. And Chase said, is his career over? Talking about Sterling Shepard. It totally could be. I mean, he's no spring chicken. You know, he's long in the tooth. Like he's on the wrong side of 25.
He was what, 2017 he was drafted? Yeah.
Let me see how old he is.
Yeah. And he's had about 5 season-ending injuries.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna turn 30 next year.
Yeah. He'll end if he ever does play, he's just gonna be a depth piece or a practice squad guy. I mean, because those guys still make good money and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And Triple X Lex said, damn, so many Giants pieces worth picking up. So any Giants pieces worth picking up after that. Nah, I mean, maybe Wan'Dale Robinson, but it's just
Ricky James Jr.
Yeah, Ricky James. I mean, he's really the only one, and we'll give him a little.
Really, all of them. If you're in a deeper league, they're all in play. It's just that they're not a good play at all.
Nah, it's ugly.
You know what I mean? Like, Tony, Galladay, that's all. It's all ugly. And like, it's a new system they want to run. They're able to run. You know what I mean? Like, you know what else sucks is that like they don't know how to close games. You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, the first 2 games they won, it was in a comeback effort. You know what I mean? But what happens when they're winning a game most of the time, like last night?
Man, that's fucked up. Ryan said the turf at MetLife sucks. Feel bad for those guys. I mean, he was literally just jogging and tried to slow up. Like it was all bad.
Yeah, I mean, remember my Niners? We all got when they resawed or they retreaded the turf, whatever the term is.
Yeah,
that was the first game played there was my Niners versus the Jets. You know what I'm saying? And then we lost some players there, and then as it has it, we're on the road playing the Giants next.
And White Moon said turf shouldn't be allowed. Damn right, man. There's way too many injuries happen because of it.
Some people
teams really just don't want to maintain the grass. Like, I mean, come on, your guys are fucking billionaires, man.
Owners.
You shouldn't be lazy about it. Right. I mean, just hiring someone anyways to do it.
I have nothing but the finest and freshest Kentucky blue.
And Antonio said, didn't they sit everybody versus the Giants that week?
The Niners? Nah, man, they went out there and got more injuries. That was when Bosa got hurt. I might be flip-flopping the games, but we played in that stadium 2 weeks in a row because the way the schedule was. We played the Jets and the Giants.
I like it. Marco from Germany said, good evening from the future. See, just go ahead and do it. Like, I like it.
Yes, the future. How is it out there in the future? As I'm yelling like he's going to hear me louder.
Out in Germany. Roger said, get rid of turf replace it with concrete. Oh, yeah, get a real gangster.
Yeah, hell of road rash.
Yeah, Chase said they still ain't learning. Like, how many times, do we have to see this same thing happen? Especially with the non-contact injuries. That just makes it worse.
There's no way to avoid that, too. And, like, I mean, that could have been he was just streaking, too. When, like, he was, like, cutting on a route.
No, it was like he was literally streaking. The play is in the opposite direction. Then he literally just starts slowing up, from running full speed. And then, like, you just see his knee just, like, randomly buckle.
He was like, oh, that's not right.
Marco said it's very dark and wet. It's raining cats and dogs. Almost sounds like Terminator 2. Like over there, very dark.
He's out there in the apocalypse in the future, man. It's actually raining cats and dogs. You know what I mean?
Triple X Lex said 420 in T-minus 2 minutes. That was 1 minute ago. So let's get ready to fire it up. Let's
Yeah.
go. Hold on. Where is that?
All right. Fire 'em up.
Fire 'em up. All right. Keenan Allen. He's expected to return to practice this week. That's all we know. That's the way that they worded it. We'll see tomorrow. He gets in a limited practice tomorrow. I'm feeling good about it.
Even if it's nothing tomorrow and it's Thursday and Friday, that's a good sign.
Now, Amon Ra. We know that he was hurt. He hurt his ankle out there. They did some tests on they did some tests Monday, and they said that the results were very encouraging, but that's literally all we found out. So this is something we're gonna have to monitor. I don't know if he's gonna miss any time, but
what's crazy is they taped him up and he was back out there.
And he was a shell of himself.
I mean, they still tried to target him though, so that maybe he wouldn't. Maybe that's one problem with these youngsters too. He might not have been telling them the extent of it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get back out there. It's fine. Because then normally, if it is that bad, but he's well enough to go out there, he's being a decoy fashion. You feel me? They tried to throw him the ball out there, and I was like, oh, and you're right. He didn't look like himself. Now was the moment to swoop in and get him from Titans.
The moment. Fantasy Sweetness in the house. What up, bro?
What up, Sweetness?
He said, yo, fellas, what up? He said, just wondering how y'all feeling about this Jacksonville-Philly matchup game script-wise. You know what's crazy? I mean, even though the Eagles are on this tear, like, no one's expecting Jacksonville to do anything in this game, and they've looked fucking solid this year. I really think that this is a trap game for the Eagles.
Jacksonville got one of the best defenses against running backs and the motherfucking tight ends. As far as running backs, as far as like not giving up any rushing touchdowns.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Got like TJ Edwards out there holding shit down.
Yeah, this is like this is a motherfucking. I mean, I like it to be a shootout. I like it to be a shootout.
Yeah, Trevor's been looking really good out there. I know there's a lot of people hating on Trevor because they got last year's sour taste in their mouth, but he's looking solid.
I mean, week one, who they lose to week one? To the Commandos. And then since then they've beat a Colts team trying to figure it out, and they've beat a wounded Chargers team, but on the road. So like there's, you know what I mean? And then not only did they beat up the Colts, they shut them out. So like there is like some like there's but it's because they're the Jags. I don't want to jump out the window and be like, they're really good, but they're fucking good right now.
Well, I mean, let's talk about the points. I mean, they scored 22 points in week one.
Yep, week one.
They scored 24 points in week two, and they shut out the Colts. And then you hold the Chargers, whatever excuses we want to make, you know, help the Chargers to 10 points, and they scored 38 points. There's a whole bunch of teams in the NFL that haven't scored 20 points in each of their first 3 games.
That's a good point, bro. Hey, this is like circa Carson Wentz 2017 for real.
We've been talking about Doug Peterson, how everything is going to change over there. And like, I was on the James Robinson stuff. I mean, we, you know, ever since week 3, you know, of the preseason, we were saying, go out there and get him. We didn't know the extent of how much he was going to ball, you know, out there. But Trevor totally turned it around. What'd they do? They went out and got Trevor weapons. They got the offensive line, you know, beefed up. They go out there and get one of the best free agent linebackers that they could in Foyo Lakun. They draft another inside linebacker in the first round who's living.
Draft the pass rusher.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Jags are legit. And I think that for these people who, you know, just watch the scoreboards and stuff, maybe they don't know. Jags are fucking legit.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm still reserving. I still got some reserves because there was some circumstances. You know what I mean? Like putting up, like we all know after 3 weeks, Commandos defense sucks. So that 22 points they put up isn't really, it's not really, you know what I mean? And then the Colts one's impressive because that's divisional. So it shows that they're studying them really well when they're so well, they shut them out. You know what I mean? And still put up 22 points on them, right?
Listen to their schedule, though, because there's not too many games about this that scare me. Eagles, you know, tough matchup. Then you got the Texans, and then you got the Colts, even though the Colts is a tough matchup on paper. I mean, they mollywopped them already. Got the Giants. You got the Broncos. You got the Raiders. You got the Chiefs. got the Ravens, you got the Lions, you got the Titans, you got the Cowboys, Jets, Texans, Titans in week 18.
Damn, you know, it's so crazy when we were looking at this schedule in the offseason, it looked way more rougher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were thinking that the Jags were going to be like, you know, the scrub of that division. I mean, that's what we all thought. They were the scrub last year. And right now they're the fucking, they're holding it down. It's the exact opposite of what most.
Here's the thing. They're the scrub every year. This is the best start they've had in several years since like Saxonville.
Well, even Saxonville, I don't think they started 2-1.
Yeah, yeah.
They did.
They started off. They started off week 1 losing to the Texans. It was like savage for half the game, and then they hurt him, and then in came Watson, and Watson willed them back to a victory. And then they went on to like rip off like fucking 8 or 9 straight. You know what I mean?
Jags are going to hit the over on whatever their over under was for the year. They're not going to be competing for that first overall pick. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, they're not locking that thing down 3 years in a row.
Man, that would be if they were able to do that. That'd be some shitty drafting. If
I mean, you know what you want to know, James? That's what James Robinson was the key to all that, because in 2020 they had James Robinson and they're tanking for Tua or whoever the fuck he was that tanking for Trevor.
Tanking for Trevor,
right? They're tanking for Trevor. And so
everyone gets hurt. Like, how crazy is that? The year when they plan on tanking anyways, everyone just gets hurt for their.
But here's the thing, though. Even Gardner Minshew, he was playing. They won week 1. Right. And they're like, oh shit. And then like week 3, they're like, oh, he has a thumb. You know what I mean? And then it don't matter if they were down 3 possessions, they would just run James Robinson. So it was like they were playing. It was like they're always playing with a positive game script for James Robinson's sake. You know what I mean? He finished 6th overall that year. It was hella crazy.
You know what's crazy too is I know everybody remembers this.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Now, a lot of people may not remember Peyton Manning as a rookie was the quarterback for that team where they're talking about playoffs. Peyton Manning had a pretty good year after a real shitty rookie year. You know, on paper, I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence is going to.
I mean, he still set the record as a rookie for passing TDs. You know what I mean?
But I think didn't he set the record for like interceptions or something too?
I'm pretty sure he did. He had a terrible touchdown interception ratio, but I'm saying like he set the passing TD record most for a rookie, and then like Russell Wilson matched him in 2012. Yeah, and then fucking Baker matched him in 2018, and then Herbert he blew that shit out the water. Like I think it's like 33 now,
and didn't even play week 1 and came in and smashed it.
Yeah,
and seeing like, but my whole point is when these rookie QBs, when they literally are getting everything thrown on their shoulders, you know, like Peyton Manning was back then, like Trevor Lawrence was last year with a dog shit team and a dog shit coach.
I mean, most of the time, though, back in the days, they would usually sit too. You know what I mean? They wouldn't normally just throw them in the mix. You know what I mean?
You had to be like, I swear, like you had to be like a number 1 pick. And like if someone's using a number 1 pick on you, is because they were that bad and the quarterback probably sucked that bad that they really just needed like to switch at quarterback.
Right.
Because I don't even remember I don't even remember who the QB was before Peyton.
It was Jim Harbaugh, I think, bro.
Yeah, and they were just bad during those years.
I think they might even went to a title game, bro. Not the year before that, but with Jim Harbaugh. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I remember going down a rabbit hole on Jim Harbaugh because I hate him.
And Robert said, so do I start playing ETN and Robinson together in Superflex? Nope. You play Robinson and you bench ETN for right now.
Yeah, or even maybe you could find someone running back needy and move them ETN. You know what I mean? But also if something happens to the other, you already have both of them. The other one's only gonna get stronger. So just bench ETN.
And you know what's crazy? I mean, people probably don't even realize that right now James Robinson is the number 3 RB in fantasy football.
I don't think people even know who the number 1 guy is half the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they just don't look.
Yeah, if we asked like everyone like who's top 3, I bet a lot of people would not even get it correct.
You know me, even if it's obvious, I'll still be sitting there like,
Yeah, let's see it. Let's do it. Who's the top 3 right now?
It's Chubb, Barkley, and Is it
It's funny. You're gonna fuck up on the one part of it that I told you. The one part of it already.
J-Rob, I said that. J-Rob, goddammit. I was trying to say shit. Don't tell me it's corduroy. I was like in my head right there when I was thinking. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. You just said the J-Rob.
Yep, there we go. Roger got it with the Barkley, Chubb, and J-Rob. There we go. Yep, Barkley and Chubb just killing it right now. So Corduroy, he has over 300 rushing yards right now. There looks like there's only 3 players in the NFL with over 300. But for Corduroy, not too many receptions, and no real receiving yards either.
He's a running back for real right now.
Yeah, like that. We loved him for that, the pass work that he was getting, but he ain't getting enough of the pass work right now.
Yeah, enough for real though. I was looking at it earlier this morning. I was like, damn, he's really just a running back right now.
It's crazy because I bet nobody would think that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the number 4 running back in fantasy right now. 12 greasy receptions on the 12 greasy receptions.
Wow, that's a good average.
And he's the only one with over 100 on the ground and through the air. Oh, no. Joe Mixon also. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I know.
Damn, and Breece Hall actually. The farther I go down, but there's just no touchdowns, for these guys, so they're so far down.
It's all tight knit. You know what it is too is that like we've seen some of the ugliest football. Like ever since week 1, we haven't seen too many overs.
Right? Yeah, Steven Tyler, CEH is number 4. Good call on that because that was even before I said it. And Austin said his Dub's a good pickup. Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone's hurt over there. And Rodgers likes Dubs.
He's the pickup. He's the pickup at receiver.
Damn. White Moon said CEH had 9 attempts for 0 yards last week.
Because he's whack. Did you see him on the goal line? They just stopped him. Just stuff his little ass. Pause.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna last long. And it's all on the back of efficiency. See, that's what might have fucked me up earlier when I might have mixed his numbers up because I was looking at the running back numbers earlier. I was mixing them up with J-Rob. Remember earlier in the show, I was like, J-Rob did everything efficiently. Like, and then you're like, no, he has 20 touches a game. Oh, no, I was like, hell yeah, never mind. That's that was CEH because he's at 4.
Yeah.
Who's at 5? Is it Swift still?
I'm not sure.
Oh no, it's Jamal Williams. I was looking at it earlier.
It's crazy. CEH, I mean, 7 carries for 0 yards. He got the touchdown though. And then 5 receptions for 39 yards. It's ugly. It's ugly. And he's RB4 in fantasy. That's what's crazy about how fantasy works, and the reason why going this not hero RB, but going like the chunky RB, going 3 RBs in a row. I mean, that's just old school, man. That's old fantasy football.
That's standard play. I love figuring out how to get those chunky running backs onto my team, but I can't draft them early because those elite receivers, those are irreplaceable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's only 3 running backs in the top 12, in the top 12, like non-QBs. We're just talking flex players. 9 of the top 12 are wide receivers. Here it goes. Diggs, Kupp, Waddle, Amon-Ra, Saquon, Tyreek Hill, Nick Chubb, Mark Andrews, Christian Kirk, Marquise Brown, AJ Brown, and James Robinson.
Damn. All the motherfuckers on.
Yep.
We had a 12. and which ones is from the first round or first 2 rounds of draft capital?
Fuck. I mean, Kupp, Diggs. Barkley, we'll say he was a late second rounder.
Okay, or even early because there was some. Hey, shit, there was a dumbass in one of my homies took him at 7 overall.
Yeah,
You
Chubb.
talking shit.
Chubb was a first, second rounder.
Second rounder, yeah.
But that's what's crazy. Out of all these running backs that were picked over, because Saquon and Chubb, those were like the values of like all the first of the top 12,
Diggs
14
too.
RBs.
Diggs.
Well, yeah, but that's what I was just talking about the RBs.
Oh yeah.
And then Andrews, he paid up for it and it worked out. Kelsey is 13, Chase is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. 13, 14.
You know what's crazy? Chase is supposed to have like 4 more touchdowns, but he just goddamn stepped on the line, or they say he didn't have control of the ball, or you know what I mean?
Here's what's crazy. You ready for this? There's only 5 RBs in the top 24 fantasy players right now.
Wow. Okay, let me get it. All right, so we give me the top 3. You already know J. Rob, the Mob, Chubb, and the goddamn Barkley.
Yeah.
Mixon.
We already said number 4. Let's see if you get it.
Number 4, running back.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Clyde.
Yep.
And then who's the 5th? Is it Sir Joe Mix-a-Lot?
Nope.
No, he didn't get in the pay dirt yet.
No.
Oh, is it Jamal Williams?
No.
No.
Close. He's only a couple.
Oh, Aaron Jones.
Nope. Also just a couple points off.
Oh. Swift.
Yep.
Yeah. See, okay, I had man. Damn it! I said that earlier when we were doing this exercise. I just said Swift's 5.
See, you got to get in. You start getting into flex players now. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, I guess they're not flex players, but you know what I mean? Getting past the top.
They're all putting up flex numbers.
Khalil Herbert, Corduroy Pimpin, Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones, Jonathan Taylor. Those are the next, like immediately 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Chris Olave is number 30. McCaffrey, 31. Devonta Smith, 32. Greg Dortch, 33.
I heard someone else say the human Dortch, and I was like, it's mine. I said it.
Hollins is 34. Duvernay is 35. Antonio Gibson is 36.
Who Hollins is? Go back real quick.
Hollins is 34.
Hollins.
Yeah, for the Raiders. The Raiders.
Oh, on the week.
No.
Oh, this is just overall right now?
This is season through
That's
week
how
3.
bad. Where's Tyler Boyd then?
You didn't hear Austin Eckler, you didn't hear CeeDee Lamb, you didn't hear Pittman, you didn't hear McLaurin.
Did Mac Hollins do anything the first 2 weeks? It wasn't just last week?
I mean, a lot of it was really just last week.
Yeah, because I'm saying with no Renfro, that's the only reason why he should be like.
He had 5 for 66 the week before, so
okay.
nothing special.
Renfro got hurt. Renfro got left the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And Renfro's gonna be back this week. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Fuck. I was like, who the fuck is Hollins? Fucking Mac Hollins. Look at you. Hey, you go, Mac.
Return of the Mac. It's ugly. That's really what it is. It is hella ugly. And let's see. What else do we got for news? Minkah Fitzpatrick is in concussion protocol. If Minkah doesn't play, everything that I said about the 49ers defense earlier, about them being like, top streaming defensive option, Minkah don't play. Take that statement out.
Wait, also play the Niners? Oh, you said Niners. You mean the Steelers?
Steelers. I thought I said Steelers.
Yeah, who the Steelers got this week? I know they had the Jets.
They got the Jets.
Dang, you know what sucks? Like, let Flacco just complete the tour against his old division. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? They play everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like the first 4 games was like made for Flacco to just have a revenge on all his old fucking rivals.
And Austin said whoever cleared Tua to come back and play needs to be fired. For real, man.
I mean, that's probably the owner, bro. The owner was an idiot. The owner was trying to pay people to lose.
Crazy. And then, and then the other piece for the Steelers. So they keep asking Mike Tomlin about, when's Pickett gonna get out there, when we're gonna see the kid, you know, and he's really not saying one way or the other, but he just keeps saying like Trubisky's the guy, making no indication that Pickett's coming anytime soon. So these reporters, you know, they're bombarding him with the questions about it. He's staying true.
I like Mike Tomlin. He's the type of dude, he lists shit. He'd be like, is Pickett ready? 1, he's not ready. 2, Trubisky's our guy. 3, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, he's very thorough. And then when if they ask him a question that relates to something he already listed, he'd be like, I already addressed that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I wonder if he writes those things.
Yeah, maybe. And White Moon said anything on Joe Mixon and Higgins. They both got in limited practices on Monday. We don't have any news for Tuesday about them, but unless they miss practice, that's the only reason why I'm panicking. I believe both are on track to play Thursday. They already said that Joe Mixon's going to be good to play on Thursday. Maybe on a little bit of a pitch count.
What was the Higgins thing?
Toe.
See, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. I'd be more worried about the Higgins one. But at least it's a Thursday. You'll find out beforehand, and you'll be able to take him out if he doesn't play and find a replacement by Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, if they didn't practice, you know, on a Monday, then, I mean, that obviously makes me a little bit more nervous, but.
Well, the Tuesday practice is probably the one, because that's the Friday before the game, right? Like if it was a Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, because they won't, Wednesdays would be walkthrough day, right? Today's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, today's Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, and we don't have the.
I almost didn't know what day it was.
They haven't posted their Tuesday injury report status updates yet. And yeah, Chase said Dolphins do some shady shit. Hell yeah, they do. Down there in Miami, man. It's still on that gangster shit down there. And Steven Tyler said, what about Cook? They said that Cook is day to day, but he should be good to go for this week. It was a dislocated shoulder, and he's been dealing with those for years. So it's not something he's not used to.
They talking about he'll rock a harness. I've seen him ball the fuck out wearing harnesses before, because he's actually had similar injuries before, or even the same one. Just he dislocated his shit last year.
Yeah,
and but yeah, he'll wear a harness and run.
Yeah, and X Ryan says, would you rather drop Rashad Penny or Michael Carter?
Penny.
Yeah,
but like it depends for who. But yeah, but to answer that question in a nutshell.
Exactly. Yeah, like for who? Because I don't want to drop him for no one, but I mean, you know, it's also nothing really too special.
Who am I more angry at right now? To angry cut, it would be Penny.
Yeah, he's been scrubbing it up. And Live at Sports Talk with Jake, Penny not a thing, and he never will be a thing. I'm glad we have so many people who remind us Penny's never going to be a thing. Oh, and Ryan says for Khalil Herbert, I'd literally drop either one of them for Khalil Herbert. But yeah. Drop a Penny.
Yeah, get Khalil.
Because the penny ain't a thing.
Ooh, we need that drop.
Yeah, that'd be dope. And Marco said, should I hold on to Penny in half PPR Dynasty? In Dynasty, you kind of got to hold on to him unless your benches are super shallow for whatever reason. I wouldn't just drop him. I mean, RBs, they're kind of hard to come by in Dynasties, and he's still a starting RB even though he's trash.
Who's he finna drop?
He's asking if he should hold on to Penny in the Dynasty.
Oh, yeah. I mean, unless you got like a fucking super shallow bench and there's someone out there that, you know what I mean? I mean, but yeah, and I hate that. I hate those shallow ass, those dynasties with those shallow ass benches. That shit suck.
And Austin said the problem with Cook is that everything that the shoulder pops out, it gets about 10% weaker. Dang, so he's just like that energy on that shoulder has just been going down and down.
Why nobody pats him on the back, bro, when he does good?
Don't fuck with them, man.
Like, such a good job. That was like, don't fucking touch me.
About to make me lose.
Nobody pat me on the back.
About to make me lose a percentage point on my shoulder, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? That's like when they used to tell us after you smoke weed, smoke a Newport and you get 32% higher. This is like something they used to tell us when we were like 12, 13 years old. Like, yo, who does the research on this?
Yeah.
What is 32% higher? I'm like, So I ain't all the way high. You know what I mean?
And you know what I would always say is to that, it was like, you know what? Fuck your stupid cigarette logic. Sounds like some shit that the tobacco companies made up. Because if I just smoke another bowl or a joint, I'm about to just get even more higher than smoking a dumbass cigarette. So
I used to wonder why they went. I was like, you mean because you get lightheaded? That's just that ain't nothing about oxygen getting cut off.
Well, I mean, you already know, like, I mean, for people who are only smoking cigarettes, I mean, you get that head rush, you know, like you're getting a little bit of high off the nicotine. Like, I mean, it's not like
I guess.
I mean, we're talking about these squares who do nothing, you know, that's like the only vice that they got.
Yeah, it's deadlier than any other vice out there.
What up, what up, Francisco? What's going down?
What up,
bro?
Francisco?
And Gianni Video. So, what should I do with Antonio Gibson? This will be his last week as RB1. He said, should I wait and get
his last week as RB1? Has he been RB1 outside?
Well, no. RB1 on Washington. I mean, yeah. I'm only assuming.
It'll make, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's automatic, but I think it's eventual. You know what I mean?
And let me see, or or trade. He's my flex. So trade him or keep him as my flex. It's an 8-team league. I mean, if there's a way that I'm 8-team league, I'm sure that Gibson's probably not super valuable to your squad.
Maybe the person who has like a Christian Kirk or something like that is not privy to like what's going on in Washington. Maybe they'll just be like, maybe they're running back needy. You might be able to do, because whoever has Christian Kirk got him hella late.
Yeah,
maybe, you know what I mean. You might be able to do that, target something like in that range. You know what I mean?
They said you want to get higher, drink the bong water. Or sick.
See, and you see, there it is too. The shit that you can get dumbasses to do when they're high, right? Like, hey, you know, you drink that bong water, bro.
Ugh, fuck. It almost made me throw up just in my mouth right now thinking about it. And Francisco said, how was your fantasy football week? I haven't had a chance. I've been so fucking busy trying to do a million things at once. I haven't had a chance to go through and mark down all my teams. Redraft, I'm fucking pissed because I know there was multiple leagues where I was like top 3 or 4 scoring, but I happened to play someone who scored higher than me. So I caught the short end of the stick in a couple redraft leagues. I know I killed it in best ball, killed it in dynasty. So it was like the opposite of like last week.
I have no clue how I did in my dynasties, but I definitely killed it this week. Like just the best week I've had in since the year.
Nice.
Yeah, I went above 500 everywhere. You know what I mean? Felt really good. I swept all the hustle. Oh, I went 5-1 in the hustle leagues. I felt good about that. Those are a grind, bro.
Oh yeah. So I'm at a 55% win percentage on the season through week 2.
Nice.
And I have more dynasty and best ball than like redraft, you know, combined. So I'm assuming I went over 500 again. I won't know until I go through and check. But even last week, out of all these teams, I only had 3 0-2 teams out of like redraft. One vampire league, but that's the one where I like am the vampire, so that just kind of sucks. And then had like 4 out of 18. I was 0-2, but then man, got so many where I got the 2-0s, and I just got to go through. Best ball, I'm actually doing really good. I'm excited because last year I sucked in best ball.
I'm picking it right where I left off from last year, I'm sure, in best ball.
That's why you just got to play more, right? It's all about building more lineups.
Yeah, it's a numbers game and diversifying your portfolio, or really just destiny. I mean, because the first winner, the inaugural champion of that one, that's a perfect example. It's just destiny, bro.
Yeah,
that motherfucker didn't even have 2 starting. He didn't even barely had 1 starting QB. And then, like as he had it, he happened to draft Davis Mills. He became a guy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Davis Mills just ended up becoming a thing for him, taking him all the way.
Let's get it on.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown, that's who it was. Like. No one else had him in the finals, and he balled.
You know, I just realized something. I might have fucked up a lot making all these trades with Titans because I think he's a fantasy reaper this year, like more than ever.
Because he got
everyone he's touched it,
because everything just went his way last year in the best ball. And
I don't know. No, I'm just talking about like in all the trades I've done with him. like the players that something happens to them. And like this time, St. Brown was hurt. I went straight after him because I was like, oh, he'll get off him. He hates hurt players. You know what I mean?
He got hurt. Got hurt big
Yeah.
time. Well, not big time, but I mean, either way.
Yeah, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Najee Harris, same thing.
You know what? You know what league I'm 3-0 in that I'm super excited about?
The
Marvel.
SBI?
The Marvel multiverse.
Oh, yeah, that's dope. I know. Fuck. I think I took a turn for the worse, and now I'm 1-2, I think. Or am I 2-1? I can't remember.
Ooh. I'm the only 3-0 team now in Universe 1. At the top. Nice. Now. We got one 3-0 team in the Universe 2. That's Hawkeye. That's Nibo.
Nice.
We got one 3-0 team in the Universe 3. That's Fourth and Flex Trey. And oh shit.
Nice.
Universe 4, we got two 3-0 teams there. The Street Soldiers, the Real Wolverine, and Nick Fury, Stadavelli.
Nice.
This is I like the way this is turning out, and I like that Kingpin is repping Universe 1 in the right way. Because AJ almost came back and got me in this one. I was whooping his ass, and I only ended up beating him by like 5 points.
I'm trying to remember am I in 1 or 2?
You're in 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're in Universe 2, and let's see. You're damn Universe 2. There's a 3-0 team, a 2-1 team, Mr. Antonio, and then everyone else is 1-2 or 0-3.
I feel good about that. I'm 1-2 over there. Yeah, I dropped one last week where I made it was a fucking just a wrong start sit.
Dude,
Oh,
Universe 1 is going to be the toughest one. It's got 7 teams that are 2-1 or better, and only one team that's 1-2, and it's AJ that's 1-2, who took a couple tough losses. Yeah, because we got Living Tribunal, that's Johnny, Wolverine, Sir Bongs a lot, Dion, Deadpool, Thanos, Tim, My World, Clark, Rocket Raccoon, 2-1, Loki Smokey, 2-1, and then we got Daredevil AJ is 1-2. Like this, that division's stacked. I don't know how it ended up getting so stacked like that, but I mean, I was the one who made all these, and I gave myself the toughest division. That's just how it works somehow.
I could have swore it was randomized. Wasn't it random?
No. I mean, it started off with certain people being in certain divisions. Like,
that's what that was. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, certain people wanted to be in certain divisions, and then the rest, it was kind of just like I shuffled people around kind of randomly, but it was not like literally just clicking a randomize button. Ooh, Francisco said in the best ball, Julius Campbell, you and I are the only ones that are 3-0. Like it.
Tight.
And Jake said, would you start Duvernay over Cooks? You know what? I might.
Man,
like, the way that
the touchdown again, and that was it.
Bro, but how, like, okay, when we're talking about you're going down, like, Cooks isn't even a wide receiver 2 right now. He's more flex Tory.
What's his target market share look? He ain't been getting targets, bro. Fucking Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, he hasn't really been getting shit. I'll tell you what it is right now, but yeah, it has not been good. And
I mean, damn, that shit is just so crazy. Maybe it's because I hate Duvernay.
Let me see. I mean, see, every single week it's gone down. Week 1, 12, week 2, 10, week 3, 7. So it's just going in the wrong direction. And their offense is just kind of whack right now.
Duvernay a steady 4 targets a game?
Well, okay. And I get, let me.
On a run first team.
No, 4, 2, and 2.
Damn. And
but
he has, what, 5 tugs? 4.
4.
I think all the league leaders right now have 4 tugs. Like if you're a skill guy.
Yeah.
He's tied with all of them.
Who would you rather have? someone who's like, you know, second or like third option, you know, on a team where the offense is like super, super humming, or the number one option on a team that just looks like straight dog shit on offense.
I mean, if you didn't tell me it was the Texans, I would take the latter.
Right.
But like you tell me it's Texans, I know that it's Lovie Smith and he wants to take the air out of the ball and run the ball, play defense. You know what I mean? So in this case, I guess. But I mean, like, that's not trend. I mean, it's trending down. That's horrible.
It's not.
But
I mean,
also the
it's
pass
not
attempt-
trending. It's not trending down. It's actually trending the exact same.
Oh,
Last
okay.
week he got the touchdown because
it went down to 9. It went from 12 to 9.
We're talking about Cooks. I thought we were talking about Duvernay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cooks has literally been declining every week. They've been running it more as the weeks have progressed.
No matter what anyone says to me, if they say, "Oh, he's Duvernay's getting 5 targets or 6 targets," I'm still gonna say he needs a touchdown.
Yep. I mean, he's a touchdown dependent flex. He's been getting those touchdowns though. I
know, right? I mean, shit. If there was only a place I can bet that it'll end, I'll just keep betting it every week until it ends. You know what I mean?
And Steven Tyler said that doesn't Duvernay have 4 TDs? Yeah, he does. He got 2 in week 1, 1 in week 2.
So he has as many receptions. He has almost as many TDs as receptions.
Yeah, he only has 4 more receptions than TDs.
Yeah.
Oh man, come on. And Dion said, "How's we gonna talk about how I beat you in 16 without a second QB?" Oh man, let's pull this shit up.
Who? Oh, he's the Dak team or what?
It's Dion. But
he's the Dak team.
My team did not show out this week. No, he just played Zeke. I had Baker. Like, fuck, Zeke did better than Baker in this scoring.
Dang.
But yeah, Dion. Man, it's gonna be tough for you over there with only 1 QB though. Might be looking to make a trade. Baker Mayfield's on the trade block. If you're interested.
Shit, I got some QBs for him too. Dion, holler at me, Dion.
This one.
You gotta start thinking of the future, kid.
Yeah, this sucks. I mean, I have Davis Mills and Baker Mayfield. Those are my 2 starters there. So, I mean, combined, I only had 1 starting QB as well.
How come those are your starters in the 16? Don't you have Rodgers?
I have Herbert. I have Herbert, but I didn't know what was going to happen, and everyone was a 10 o'clock game, so I just sat
Herbert. Oh, okay. And then your number 2, you don't have Stafford.
Mac Jones is number 2.
Oh shit.
And yeah, I played Baker over Mac Jones. And either way, like Mac Jones scored 25, Baker scored 19, but now he's hurt, so we don't know exactly how long Mac Jones is going to be missing, but it ain't sounding too promising. So if you got Mac Jones, if you're in a super flex league, you better prioritize Brian Hoyer. There's literally nobody else out there.
Am I playing against you this week?
I haven't looked at any fucking matchup.
Yeah, I know. Just fuck with you. I'm just like, because my team sucks in that league. I'm like, I hope I run into your team this week.
I'm going up against Candlestick this next week. And let's see. Do we have the last piece of news just about Myles Garrett? So if you guys didn't hear, dude rolled his Porsche, and I think it was like him and his girlfriend that were in it. He got discharged from the hospital last night, so I don't think he's gonna be missing any time or anything. This dude's a freak of nature, but
you know what's crazy, bro? Is like, how did he fit in a Porsche, bro?
I know.
I mean, I'm saying that jokingly, but I'm really honestly wondering. But I'm only saying it now because we know he's okay. Because then, you don't want to joke about shit like that. But goddamn, how do you fit in a goddamn Porsche? It's probably why you crashed, bro. You just can't even fucking shift the gears, motherfucker, bro.
Oh shit! Dion said he had Lance. He got fucked. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And Jake said, "Is Zeke still a bench spot?" I want to sell high on him.
Yeah.
Whatever high is for Zeke right now, that's what I want to do after this.
But that's the cool thing about primetime games, right? Is that everybody, there's a good chance everybody saw this. And if you haven't been paying attention to Zeke, you know what I mean? And you don't know what's going on with him. You saw that last night, you'd be like, oh, okay, Zeke, he had a slow game.
Yeah.
Right. You still think Zeke might be a guy, but you got to find those people.
For sure.
Let them buy Zeke off you.
Jake said, speaking of Mac Jones, with him out, Stevenson go up in stocks. I think so, because Hoyer would probably check it down. They'll probably have more designed short pass plays in there. With
How about
him.
this too? Hoyer in his last 12 starts for the Patriots. I don't know if it's all Patriots. I was just reading. I wanted to see this because this.
Dion ain't right. He said rumor has it that Porsche was actually Mason Rudolph's.
Damn. Oh, it was booby trapped. So now he had at his last 12 starts, he's 1-12. Brian Hoyer, right? This is awesome because that means like they lose these games, right? And what happens when you lose games, you don't really get in scoring position. So we don't really need to worry about, oh, there's a guy like Damian Harris who will take the goal line touches. Listen, man, they might not even get there. And when they're not there, the last 2 weeks, like in between the 20s, it's been all Stevenson and third downs, all Stevenson. Love that.
Austin said Garrett crashed like 10 minutes from my work. Damn. Oh, yeah, because I forgot you're in Cleveland.
Yeah, shout out to Austin. Damn.
And
that's crazy.
Raj said, yo, man, I should I trade Austin Eckler for Amon Ra? I have CMC and Saquon.
I might try to move. I might try to see if I can move CMC for Amon Ra plus. Nah, you might not be able to do that. You might not be able to do that because Amon Ra is way too shiny. I'm okay. I'll do. I just don't want to come off Austin Eckler. I'm not giving up on that. That's he's connected to Herbert. Like CMC, that whole offense is trash, bro.
Yeah.
And if the whole offense ain't going to be CMC, that was my whole argument for him in the offseason. It's like, well, I don't believe in DJ Moore or any of them, but I do believe in CMC because it would all be him. It hadn't even been all anybody. Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to look like over there in Carolina right now. So I'll take Sam Brown.
Yep, and we'll do these other 2 questions, and we're gonna get up out of here. I still got to go chop up these clips for the waiver wire. So go check out that show. We got all the timestamps in there, make it real easy for you to jump around position to position. Swavey JP says, should I trade Dalvin Cook for Jalen Waddle? My other RBs are Chubb, Saquon, Eckler, JK, AJ Dillon.
Yeah, I'll do that shit.
I mean, I'd do that. I'd go after like
I'd go a little higher now.
I'd go after Jefferson. Like, fuck it. People are already hating on him. Just like put in Cook for a lot of those guys.
Yeah, go Jefferson. Go on the whole tour. Try to get Chase. Try to get Jefferson. Try to get, you know what I mean, Amon Ra. Trying to get, you know what I'm saying? Just go on a tour.
And maybe, I bet you,
and then on the next tier, guy like I almost guarantee you'll be able to get Mike Williams.
Yeah,
like I bet you, or maybe before even Mike Williams, maybe even the T Higgins. I bet you'll better get those motherfuckers.
Yep. And Mabin said trade away Zeke and Brandon Cooks for Javonte. I'd do that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that because that looks like you're losing and shit, but you're really not.
And Jay Levin said offered 2 2023 firsts and a 2024 second for Mike Evans and Ertz. Did Christmas come early? I mean, if your team's more of like a rebuilding team versus win now, yeah.
Oh, so he got them off.
I'm assuming, that he got them off. That's what I'm assuming.
Then I mean
that's a lot for Evans and Ertz. I mean, that's a lot though.
I mean,
I like it, but that's 2 of your. That's 2 potential. I mean, I don't know if they were your starters, how much you're competing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just gonna assume he makes this deal because he's okay everywhere else. Like he's good. Like maybe his receivers are good, and he wants to move off of a turning 30-year-old Mike Evans, or if he wants to move off of a 30-plus-year-old Zach Ertz, like what I mean,
banged up.
Still got a hit on those picks.
And Austin said our best bet for CMC is Darnold to start. I already said that Baker's going to lose his job to Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
Baker's trash.
I mean, well, Darnold can't come back yet. He had the high ankle, right? So
it's going to be some weeks. Yeah, it's going to be some
maybe
weeks.
About 2 weeks, 2 more weeks. You'll start hearing him in the conversation because he was better for DJ Moore. Everybody, like, what I mean, even for the team that was winning, and like, we're going to see a switch happen before, unless the dude just gets fired already, because he's going to start. That's usually how it happens. He's gonna fire the coordinator, then he's gonna fire the other coordinator, and then he's gonna fire the assistant, then he's gonna change the QB, he's gonna try everything before he gets fired. You know what I mean?
So trash. Like, how do they even have a win this year?
I mean, shit, it was against the fucking Jameson them, and they drop. Jameson is funny like that. He'll just drop a game, bro.
Yeah. And Jesus Christ the sacrifice said the 3-0 feeling. I like it.
Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, Fantasy Jeebus loves you, man.
And Steven Tyler said, are we starting tomorrow Cooper? Are we starting Cooper from now on? Like, say, over Deontay Johnson? I mean,
Amari Cooper.
I mean, shit, I would start Amari Cooper over fucking Deontay Johnson. I mean, one thing that he has that sucks from this week is the AJ Terrell matchup for Cooper. So that's one thing that's going to kind of suck. And shit, but Deontay Johnson's about to have Sauce Gardner like covering him, right?
Yeah. I don't for the sake of the argument, though, I think the Jets win that game. I'd take Johnson because I think there'll be more pass attempts from him.
For sure.
Because I actually think the Browns, they stomp out Atlanta. I think like they're just so slow and they take the time off the clock and they take the air out of the ball and they just run that shit. And then like if Mariota's gonna have to like take it to the air over and over again, and you only have 2 guys you need to shut down and a bad line with that Myles Garrett, I almost feel like they better hope Myles Garrett don't play this game or they don't stand a chance.
And Jay Levin said, I got Pitts and also Michael Thomas and Pittman. Yeah, so I mean, it's not, I mean, Michael Thomas, you know.
And Pitts, they're both banged up right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Pitts still playing, but like, yeah. And Michael Thomas, he might be doing Michael Thomas things already, bro. That's just crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get up out of here. I got the show going down with Ross the Boss in like an hour, so come peep that out. And then, we'll be back tomorrow. FNT. Gonna have a whole bunch of news. 1 West Coast, 4 Eastern. We'll see you then, peeps. Peace out.
Peace.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
Anywhere in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of Eastside Ho, where they know my name.